one day I'm gonna put this into a longer video at some point. I don't know when, but do you ever just like look at ancient civilizations back then, like ancient Babylon or ancient Rome or ancient Greece or whatever, and you just look at those people back then and you're like, how are they human like us? I don't understand. Like it's just I don't know if it's just like a me thing. Like I don't know. It just seems like I don't know if anyone else does this. Usually people are like, wow, these civilizations are so amazing. Their humanity brought us no wait. Humanity brought us to this point. I don't know how to explain. For Western civilization anyway, people are just like in awe of them because they built what we have today. But it's like for me, it's just like I mean, yeah, it's true they did do that. I have to learn more about that though. But it's like they just don't seem to be human like us nowadays. Like you know how we human beings today like we laugh with each other, we what else? We cry, we pray. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things we do, normal everyday things that, humans do. It just, I don't see ancient Romans doing that or ancient Babylonians or ancient Greeks. Like, I don't see them doing that. I just see them just these stiff people who just are serious all the time, who are stoic all the time, because that's where stoicism came from. One of those. Like ancient Greece, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Please don't be mean if I get it wrong. But, like, yeah, it's just like, they just seem so like, because it was the distant past, so it makes them seem more distant. And I've been looking into these things and just, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It's like, alright, so were these people really human? They seem more like, I don't know what other word to use. So, yeah, Christians, forgive me for this. I'm not trying to be blasphemous or anything. It's just how I feel about this whole thing. Like, human beings back then, the ancient ones, they just seem so godlike. Like, godlike. I don't know how else to describe it. But they seem so godlike and stoic and inhuman. They just don't seem like they were humans like us. Because, when we learn about ancient history, we don't learn about the everyday person. We learn about, like, the generals or the soldiers or, like, the high-ranking people. And it's like, we never really learn about, like, the slaves or, like, the women or the lower classes because, because the upper classes, they had more, like, they had more stuff to keep them alive. But I don't want to say, like, people back then died a lot, but that's what I've been hearing. Like, people died easily, and, like, childbirths and stuff happened. But then I am hearing, though, that the age range was, like, maybe, like, to 60s or 70s or something. I could be wrong. I can't remember. I'm going off of memory here. I'm not really sure. But I did hear, like, people dying early was a myth, which that's a close one. I'm glad that's a myth. But it's just, like, hard for me to look back and just be like, these people were human like us. Like, they don't seem like they're humans. And maybe it's because of their pagan religions. Because, they had many gods in the pantheons and stuff. So it's like, how did... I don't know. I don't know what it is. And yeah, since I'm a Christian, the ancient Israelites are like the closest. They're the most human to me. That's probably because I grew up with Christianity. And so it's kind of weird. So I'm not really sure. Because the Bible has human stories in it. Even if it's divinely inspired, the stories are still human and we can relate to them. But for like other ancient writings, I don't know. It just seems like they're not human. Like, I don't know. Especially because of movies, too. Movies are a big one. So when I watch movies that take place in, like, ancient civilizations, they'll show, like Roman legions in their armor and uniforms, and they just look so... They look like warriors, like godlike warriors that don't seem human at all. And it's like, I don't know, it just seems like... And especially with people nowadays, people had disabilities nowadays. We never hear about that back then. So it just seems like ancient peoples were just not people. They were more, I don't know. I don't know how to explain. So if any of you know what I'm talking about, like, good, because I don't think I'm alone in this. Well, I kind of do. I don't know. Maybe people, I don't know. It's just like, it's probably because we hear more about the higher class ones, the ones who are soldiers and have high ranking positions. So that's probably why. And movies. Don't forget movies. In movies, they over-dramatize everything. And so, yeah, but I just want to get my feelings out for this one because no one talks about it. We all talk about stuff that's happening nowadays, but let's talk about back then. Like, I want to just get this out because this has been on my mind a lot. And it's kind of weird. It's like God created all of us in the image of God. So that means we have duties to perform and we can build civilizations. I mean, look at the Tower of Babel, you know. So, it's about honor and glory and all that stuff. But yeah, so it makes sense that back then ancients were so godlike, kind of, because we're made in the image of God. But still, it's just hard for me to see that people had kids back then, or people like told jokes back then. And I bet you the jokes were probably more advanced than ours nowadays. Like now we just have dad jokes that are kind of just they're cheesy, but back then they probably had the most sophisticated jokes of all time. I don't know. This is just me. I'm probably just This is just me. I didn't research into it too much, but I really should. And that's what I've been kind of doing over the past few days, so it's getting there a little bit. But yeah, so what do you guys think? If anyone even is watching this, that's okay if no one is. I don't know. I just want to get this out. Like, I have stuff I want to say, and I want to say it, and that's what I've been thinking. So, yep, that's all I'm gonna say.